guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. You are very welcome to a new video. Happy weekend and Eid Mubarak to each and every one of our Muslim subscribers. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for being part of this family. We love you and we pray that your prayers are answered and you have a very beautiful celebration. And if this is the first time coming to my channel, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please do well to subscribe and like this video, comment so I'll know where you're watching me from. So in today's video, I actually just stopped by somewhere to get snack. I usually just taste snack from other vendors just so I can know how other vendors make their own snacks. So when I tasted this buns recipe from a vendor, it took me back to secondary school days. Like the buns I ate in my secondary school, I haven't tasted anywhere else. And after tasting this particular one, I knew for sure that this is exactly what I was eating when I was in secondary school. And it was quick for me to ask the lady, is this so and so type of buns? And she said yes. I said, okay, can I get the recipe? Like, can you just tell me how you go about it? Because I always see these ladies in my school, then they will just bring the buns already rolled out, but they won't fry it at home. They will bring it rolled in a bowl or in a tray to the school, and then they will fry it hot, like on the spot in the school market, and people buys it very hot. And me, I enjoy buying it hot. Like when you eat it hot, there's this satisfaction you get. So the moment she shared the recipe, I knew I'm going to show you guys, because you guys have to try it. And do let me know in the comment section if this is what your secondary school buns looks like, and if you are going to be trying this recipe as well. So this is very basic. Like everything they use for this is very minimal, and you can imagine the minimal, and it's so nice. I'm going to leave all of the measurements on the screen right now, so you can go ahead and screenshot or just write it out. And once you are done, everything goes into the flour bowl. Once you are done mixing everything in the bowl, you just go ahead and add your water bit by bit. At the end of the day, I ended up using 1 cup of water for this particular measurement, because I was using my 1/4, which is the quarter cup, to measure. So I did 4 of that gave me 1 cup altogether. So once you finish combining the water and all the ingredients in the bowl, pass it on to your work table, and you just need to knead it for a few minutes just to incorporate the water to the dry ingredients very well. Once that is done, you will just set aside for like 5 minutes. This process is just to soften it up a bit. Okay, you will see how soft it is after 5 minutes. Once that is done, come back, open, and then you see it's soft. Yeah, softer than it was before. So you can go ahead and knead it a bit more and just divide it. So the recipe she gave me is for 4 cups. I had to divide it because I don't want to make too much. So dividing it, this gave me 10 pieces, though I have 11, which is 1 extra smaller one, but what I'm supposed to get is 10 pieces. So the 4 cups she gave me should give me up to 20 pieces or 22 pieces. So go ahead, if you are using it this recipe for business, because what I saw in her shop is that she have a measuring scale. If you are using this for business, it's advised that you use a scale to measure your dough. You get, so everything comes up in the same size, so you don't end up with some big ones and some small ones. So depending on you. But yeah, because I'm not selling this, it's just me trying to recreate a recipe I love. I'm going to just eyeball it. So that's what I did, and yeah, I'm just going to roll this out and I'll be back, guys.
Welcome to my channel. Temilayo and Mom. Temilayo and Mom.
So guys, we are done rolling out our balls, and as you can see, we have 10 balls plus the little extra one there. Like I mentioned, I have 10 and one extra. So it's time to fry. Okay, what you want to do, you want to make sure your heat is on the medium. Like, you don't want this to be too hot, because this dough, you need it to be cooked, like well cooked, so you don't want it to be too hot. So I just used the last ball to check my heat and to monitor it, because I don't have a thermometer. Okay, so if you have it, go ahead and use it, but yeah, this works for me. So go ahead and do that. Once you are sure it's hot enough, not very hot, you can then add your balls. There's one trick I like to use when I'm frying such. I want to overcrowd my pot. Okay, overcrowding in the essence that if you don't overcrowd it, one side tends to cook more than the other. And if I want it to be like evenly cooked everywhere, like touching the oil at a time, I want to make sure it's overcrowding the pot. Another thing is, if your oil is not much, go ahead and use a smaller pot like I did, because you want it to be deep fried. You don't want it shallow, you want it to be deep fried. So if you know you don't have enough oil to deep fry in a bigger pot or pan, go ahead and use your small pot like I am doing. So now I'm going to add all of my balls, and I want to add enough just so it does not like cook in one side and the other side is still like white. So I'm going to add enough, so when I flip it over, everything is going to flip, like it's going to hold each other, it's going to wedge each other, unlike just flipping it and it start turning on its own. Okay, so that's just the trick I use in frying stuff like this, because I want all of the parts to be looking the same, like the color should be looking the same. So go ahead and fry your balls in medium low heat. Just so you have to like be patient, because you want it to be well cooked. You don't want to open your buns and the inside is raw. You can easily get that result if your heat is too much. The skin will be brown and the inside will be uncooked. So you want to make sure you are doing it right by watching this video. Okay,
She know how to season. She got all the flavor.
so guys, as per our new tradition, we are giving shout out to two persons in each video, and today's shout out goes out to Tolulokpe Temilayo, watching from Agbara, Ogun State, and also Cynthia Lusak, watching from Gambia. Thank you so much, ladies, for the love and support. Thank you, and yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. So guys, as you can see, our buns is well fried. If you have watched closely, I was stirring continuously. That's because I want it to be evenly fried. Okay, and we are still working with our medium low heat. This way it's going to take a bit of time, but it's going to cook through perfectly. So now this set is out, I'm going to do the same to the other set, and we are done. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed watching so far. I will show you guys what we created, and do let me know in the comment section if this is something you try, and if you have ever tried this while growing up, like in your secondary school days, if this is the same buns that was sold to you. So you can see what our buns look like. I can say to myself that I did a very beautiful job. Like, I recreated this to perfection. See how well cooked this is. Like, everything was soft, crunchy at the same time. It's so good. See, if you're a sweet tooth person, you can go ahead and add more sugar, because this is just savory, not sweet. You can have this with tea in the morning, with coffee. It's just savory. It's very nice. Okay, it's not very sweet. Remember, we just use 1 tablespoon of sugar, so you can do more if you like it sweet. Okay, I just said I should put that out there. So see how beautiful it looks. Let me know if you'll be trying this. Thank you so much for always. I'll see you in the next one.